Hello, everyone. Ben Bryce here on Thursday, April 11th, to give you your midday mayhem. Today, I'm joined with Ryan Etner. Ryan, we have a report day. What's going on out there?
Yeah, report day today wasn't expected to make too many waves, and a little bit of different number for the beans that we were expecting, but nothing major, nothing that's going to change the market at any large scale.
So that's kind of what was expected. I mean, it's a kick the can report. It's kind of middle of April. You know, we got a big report last month, and then now we're kind of waiting on what? Planning progress, weather?
What is it? Next issue should turn almost entirely over to planning weather. And as of the noon maps that came out today, the 1 to 5 day had a few light rain events. The 6 to 10 day has more active rain across most planting areas, but probably Monday is when we'll really truly zoom in on those maps and focus on them.
All right. And then while we're talking about factors in the market, when it comes to funds, are we seeing anything out of them? Are we seeing anything in the market? Are you looking at anything that maybe volume-wise that looks like it may be fun buying or selling?
Yeah, it did look like we had some fun short covering starting from Wednesday last week. We saw the open interest dropping. We'll see if that confirms on Friday's commitment traders report. Some of that should show up on that report if it is fun short covering.
Got it. Okay, so grains today, I mean, they were a little bit lower ahead of the report. They kind of shot down right after, and now, you know, with what, it's 12:15, we got about an hour left here. What can we expect going into the end of the day?
Probably a little bit more calm trade. It seems like beans going into the report, we're expecting an even worse number than what we got today. So maybe they'll level off the beans. Corn, especially July corn, still stuck in this range between 440 and 450. Unlikely we got any news today that should be enough to move it outside that range, but we'll see here. Trade's calm so far.
So before we go to livestock, we also today with the weekly export sales, I mean, corn and beans and wheat, I mean, was there anything on there, or even just in general, the export sales that was surprising?
The export sales were surprising for corn. They were quite a bit lower than we expected, but we've run so many solid weeks coming up to this that one report shouldn't change.
Yeah, I mean, I think I saw it was like yearly lows for the exports on that, which, I mean, when you look at Brazil and you look at the exports that they're producing down there, it just seems like, that's to be expected. So it's bad, but nothing that is off the wall.
Yeah.
Hey, holy cow, we're having a strong report. We got yearly lows on the export number. Okay, good. So now switching over to livestock. Cattle and hogs have had a pretty fun past 48 hours here. I mean, cattle especially, but what are we looking at over there in them?
The cattle here, as we're recording this right now, looks like we're going to come away with a steady cash trade in Nebraska. And that's probably at least $1, maybe even $2 better than expected back on Monday. Likely a trade expected a lower cash trade. Maybe we're going to come away with steady. Haven't seen too many bids from Kansas or Texas yet, but also if we already have a steady trade in Nebraska, would assume steady, maybe even $1 higher there. So all a little bit better than we would have thought earlier in the week.
Okay, so 2 weeks ago, for the past few weeks now, a lot of talks about this bird flu. We really shot down. We got those headlines. Is that still something that we're looking at, or could we look for maybe if it starts dying down, a little bit of light to come back into the cattle market?
Yeah, that's possible too. You are going to see bird flu headlines probably today, tomorrow, in the early next week. But what we want to focus on for trade is anything new or is anything getting worse? Or, I mean, rehashing old headlines, which is mostly what we're seeing. That's not really affecting the market. But you're right. If we just see bird flu headlines just fade away entirely, yeah, we could see a little upside traction.
Gotcha. All right. Well, Ryan, thanks for joining us today. Everyone, you too, thanks for joining us on this. Again, big report day. We put out a snapshot for this the other day, so go ahead and take a look at that. If you guys have any questions, give us a call. We're available anytime at 1-800-2-MARKET. That's 1-800-262-7538. Thank you.